Good morning, students. Coming to the next lesson. Introduction about the medicinal plants. Part 2 will be continuing now. And from this picture, you can see many medicinal plants. I hope some of them will be able to tell the names of the medicinal plants, whichever is seen in the picture. So, in this lesson, we are going to see about the elementary knowledge of herbs and the medicinal plants. Herbs mainly highlighting on the medicinal plants by its vernacular names. So we should understand what is the term medicinal plants. So it is actually the various types of plants being used in herbalism. Medicinal plants, another words are herbology or herbal medicines, etc. So this word herb has been derived from the Latin word herba, and it is an old French word called as the herbe. And nowadays, these herbs are referred to as any parts of the plant, like it may be a fruit, it may be a seed, stem, bark, flower, leaf, even the stigma. The stigma can be seen in the center of the flower, and even sometimes the root. Even some of the non-woody plants are also being included in the herbs. So earlier what happened? The term herb was only applied to the woody plants, very small plants. But nowadays, this herbalism has included many plant parts also as part of the herbal medicines. So why these medicinal plants are used? You will be thinking why these plant sources are used, mainly for the food, for the purpose of food, then for the purpose of flavonoids, then medicines or perfume, and also in some of the spiritual activities. So plants were used in the prehistoric period also. Mostly you can see these pictures. In the first picture you can observe in the Unani manuscripts there were records of how the herbal plants were used. To understand from the picture of the plant you can understand how much importance they have given for the herbalism. And also next is the Egyptian papyrus, and all they usually write in the papyrus. So in that also you can see the importance of the plants on highlighting the medicines. Next is the Chinese writing. They also used the herbs. So all these evidences totally tells that the Unani Hakims and that is Indian weirds and Europeans and even the Mediterranean cultures all used these medicines for over more than 4,000 years ago itself. So this is a prehistoric period records which is now evident that even before 4,000 years ago, people mainly was dependent on the herbs for the medicinal purposes. So indigenous cultures such as Rome, Egypt, Iran and Africa and even America also, they used herbs in their healing rituals. While others what they did, they developed the herbal therapies, that is traditional systems. They themselves framed the herbal therapies and they used it systematically, and many books were published on that. And in India they followed like Unani, Ayurveda, and even Chinese. You can see in the book that is the healing with herbs and rituals, so based on the Mexican tradition. So like this many books were also published. So these all give us the evidence that they were being used for the medicinal purposes. Next, coming to the traditional system of medicine, how it is widely practiced. So you can see from the picture that is the plant material is the basic source of the medicines. So whatever the medicines are, that is everyone were dependent on the plant sources only. Plant materials may be it may be in the form of a fruit, seed, leaf, root, whatever it may be. So mainly the system was practiced because of some reasons like population rise. So there was a population rise suddenly, because of which the people wanted to prepare the medicines. Then inadequate supply of drugs. There was no enough drugs because of the population increase, and also the prohibitive cost of treatments. The treatments were very much costly, and some of the side effects of taking the synthetic medicines, synthetic drugs, made people very afraid of the synthetic drugs. Also, people mainly went for the herbal drugs, and also development of resistance to the currently used drugs for infectious diseases. So, what happens? We ourselves become immune to that system, immune to the medicines. So these are all some of the reasons why this herbalism has been used in practice. And coming to India, India is a rich repository of medicinal plants. From the picture, you can see this is actually Kani Hills, and you can see how abundant the trees are. The forest is very thick and with many different types of plants. So you can understand that the Indian forest is actually the principal repository of large number of medicinal and aromatic plants. And from here only the raw materials are collected and the drugs are manufactured. And also even for the and even many perfumery products, cosmetic products are all manufactured from collecting the drugs from the this repository. About 8,000 herbal remedies have been registered in the Ayush system of India. So you can imagine 8,000 herbal remedies. We know only just a few 10 to 15 remedies, but there are 8,000 herbal remedies which have been recorded in the Ayush system. And you know what is Ayush? That is Ayurveda, Unani Siddha, and Homeopathy. That is a tribal medicines. So these are the most indigenous medicines which have been used time since. And among this, which is the most best practiced in India, is the Ayurveda and Unani medicines. Mostly in all over the part of India, these two medicine systems were practiced throughout. Next, coming to the World Health Organization. So, the World Health Organization tells that 80% of people worldwide they depend on the herbal medicines. And one more information they are giving, like more than 21,000 of plant species have the potential to be used as a medicinal plants. So these two data has been given by the World Health. For one of the day, as per the data available, it is informed that 3/4 of the world complete population mainly depends on the plant and the plant extract for their healthcare needs. So mostly 30% of the entire plant species at one time or other was used for the medicinal purpose. So this data is very important. And another thing is, it has been estimated that in developed countries like United States, the plant drugs alone constitute about 25% of the total drugs. But comparing with India, it is India and China. It is a developing country. It has that is the plant constituent contributes about 80%. So you can imagine 80% means it's a huge quantity. And also the economic importance of medicinal plants is much more to countries such as India than to the rest of the world. And these countries provide two-thirds of the plants used in the modern system of medicine, and the healthcare system of rural population depend on the indigenous system of the medicines. Next, coming to the treatment with medicinal plants, it's considered very safe because no there is very less or minimal side effects, and the remedies are in the are mostly synchronized with the nature, and which is the biggest advantage. And another is the golden fact, we have to agree with this, because the use of herbal treatments is independent of any age groups and the sexes, so everyone can use at any stage. That is the golden fact of using the medicinal plants. Next are some of the medicinal plants. So mostly the ancient scholars they believed that herbs are the only solutions to cure a number of health related problems and diseases. And so because of that they conducted many studies, and they came to a conclusion, and they formulated many herbal therapies for the treatments. And normally used medicinal plants are some of the medicinal plants which we use in India has been given. That is mostly the aloe vera is used, tulasi, neem, turmeric, and ginger. These are all normally used in our day to day life for some or other ailments. And these are considered as home remedies not only in India, even in many other parts of the world. So the known fact, that is using of basil, that is tulasi, for making medicines like a black tea in puja and other activities in our day to day life. These are all simple things which we use in our day to day life. Apart from that, in several parts of the world, these herbs are used to honor the kings, to show the symbol of luck, etc. And also nowadays people have started planting this tulasi as a purpose of showing the ritual, so they grow at their homes, even in their home gardens. So you can imagine how much importance these medicinal plants have become nowadays. Medicinal plants are considered as a rich source of ingredients which can be used in the drug development in many industries like pharmacol, non-pharmacol, and even in the synthetic drugs preparations. So that is some of the plants include even ginger tea, walnuts, arrowroot, pepper, and turmeric. They have been used for the, that is the plant source has been used for the preparation of aspirin, very good for the heart, and also some of the herbal toothpaste. Apart from the common medicinal uses, these herbs are used in some of the natural dye, pest control, etc. And you can see it is used in some of the common ailments like diarrhea, constipations, hypertension, dysentery, piles, coated tongue, menstrual disorders, bronchial asthma, then leukorrhea, and even fever. So it has been used traditionally and over the past 2 decades. Another important information is that the WHO has published 3 volumes of the WHO monographs on the selected plants, and this picture shows the monograph which were from the year 1999. So overall you can come to a conclusion that there is a significant lack of research data in the field, how they used and what are the formulation and all, but there is a record of they have used all these medicinal plants for the purpose. I hope you understood the video. So dear children, you can prepare some 50 to 100 medicinal plants with its vernacular names and you can submit as an assignment. Thank you for watching the video.